Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering Overt-Kill. He made his very first appearance in Spawn, issue number 6, that was released in November of 1992. His real name is Nicholas Rocca, and he also goes by the alias Overt-War, being an extremely powerful cyborg that has ties to the mafia. Also standing 7 feet 6 inches tall and weighing 576 pounds, having brown eyes and a bald head. Now, after Nicholas received his cybernetic enhancements, he had vast superhuman strength as well as vast durability, having a barium alloy armor that could withstand just about anything. He also has low-level superhuman speed as well as a bio-laser stream eye blast, which is a powerful laser that he can focus with his one cybernetic eye. And this can be very dangerous, especially considering that he's an expert marksman, not to mention while using other weaponry as well. Now, Nicholas, born to an abandoned mother in the harsh streets of Sicily, wasn't destined for sunshine and roses. By just 13 years old, he was already running extortion rackets, a brutality which was born of his own victimhood. Yet, despite this darkness within him, he also held a hidden light, which was a thirst for knowledge, a love for art, history, and Shakespeare. Nevertheless, these lighter aspects of his personality would remain locked away, a side of him that was never shared with anyone. Further into his teenage years, his path would take a brutal turn when he became a hitman for Don Luciano Bartino, with Nicholas proving to be very efficient, yet still being considered expendable. A botched hit on Nicholas's life would leave him on death's doorstep, with his only hope resting in a half-brother that he never knew existed, named Eylan. And being desperate to save his brother's life, Eylan would strike a Faustian deal with Bartino, which was to turn Nicholas into a killing machine in exchange for the funds needed to do his research and the surgery. The final result of this would be the birth of Overt-Kill, the cybernetic assassin. Immediately after this, a fragile peace would emerge, with Nicholas and Eylan finding solace in a Milan cabin. They spent days on end connecting with each other, playing chess and discussing culture. However, this peace was fleeting, especially for a weaponized monster. You see, New York City demanded his brutal skills, and Overt-Kill was summoned back to the darkness. He was brought to the States by mob boss Tony Twist, who was being plagued by Spawn's interference. And it didn't take long at all for Nicholas, now as Overt-Kill, to revert back to his dark ways and be devoid of compassion. Matter of fact, he would start off by using innocents as bait to draw out Spawn, who, by the way, he would nearly kill in the subsequent battle, actually mocking the iconic hero as he walked away from what he assumed to be Spawn's corpse. However, when the two would meet up again shortly thereafter, Spawn would be prepared and would actually use extremely powerful, near-prototype weaponry he found in a stash from the CIA. This would decimate Overt-Kill, and if it wasn't for his primarily cybernetic form and the love and responsibility that his brother Eylan felt for him, he would not have been able to make a return. But over time, his brother would manage to repair him. However, his brother would only be met with a tragic end, with Overt-Kill coming back online with a fractured mind, immediately crushing his brother's head and declaring that he's now Overt-War. In the days following this, his rampaging would draw the attention of the US government, who would unleash the bioweapon named Pandemic to eliminate him. But Pandemic would see an opportunity in the broken cyborg, turning him against the government instead. Overt-War would then go on to become an even greater destructive force, leaving a trail of chaos across Area 51 before fading into obscurity. But we'd later see the mob boss Twist, ever being the pragmatic, seeing potential in Overt-War's mangled form. He'd throw tons of money and science behind rebirthing a repaired Overt-Kill, being tasked now with eliminating Terry Fitzgerald, who was an alleged informant. Once again, Spawn would intervene, but without his usual weapons. The hero would once again have a hard time against his cybernetic foe, but it would be Twitch Williams with a well-aimed shot to the ear who would scramble the cyborg's programming. The now disoriented Overt-Kill would wander away, muttering the names of heroes Youngblood and Badrock, hinting at a future clash. And this future would come sooner than expected, because Badrock, who was enjoying a peaceful vacation, would find himself ambushed by a single-minded Overt-Kill. The two powerhouses' battle would end with the cyborg jettisoning his head, ironically simultaneously reclaiming his sanity while, quote-unquote, losing his head. Nevertheless, Overt-Kill would be seen mocking Badrock as his head flew away. But the cycle would continue, with Jason Wynn, another villain, seeing Overt-Kill as a tool. This time, the cyborg, being lured by promises of revenge against Spawn, would return to his brutal nature. But this time, Spawn would make short work of him, with the hero tearing off his head while it uttered the single phrase, "win," which obviously alluded to who set him up to do this. All in all, the young boy, Nicholas Rocca, who had a love for Shakespeare, was just a ghost within a machine. What the world got to see was Overt-Kill, the monster of his circumstances, who was created, lived, and died by violence. And I have a strong feeling that we, and Spawn, will be seeing more of him in the future. Now, for his powers and abilities, and his influence on the Image comics, in particular Spawn universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Overt-Kill a rating of 7, which is a master rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.